Hey everybody, my name is Ethen Ostroff. I'm a personal injury lawyer with the Ostroff Law Firm. Today we're going to talk a little bit about a similar topic before, but how long do insurance companies take to settle my claim? But before we get into that, make sure to click that subscribe button, follow along where I'll make sure that your future personal injury case is protected and that you don't put yourself behind the eight ball in a future situation. So let's dive into this. How long does it take for an insurance company to settle my claim? Very similar to the last video that I put out, there really are two parts to a case: property damage and personal injury. You need to think about those two things completely separate. Now, how long does it take for an insurance company to settle my claim? There are two claims here. In claim one, which is the property damage, it will take as long as the facts are clear. So what I mean by that, let's say that you were entering into an intersection, you think you have the green, and someone else is entering into an intersection and they think they have the green. And let's say that you both are sure that you were in the right and the police aren't even sure. In that situation, the property damage might take a little longer because the facts and liability means who's at fault, is not completely clear. In terms of who pays for property damage, either the other insurance company will drag their feet if they don't want to pay for it, or your insurance company will drag their feet if they don't want to pay for it. But typically, property damage takes anywhere from 30 to 90 days to get resolved, as long as the facts are clear. If not, it might take a little longer than that. But the good thing for you is that you do have insurance exactly for this purpose, and you should be able to get your car fixed, even though your insurance rates might go up if you were at fault, because you have a deductible. They'll pay for your property damage on top of your deductible. Whether you were at fault or not, the insurance companies will deal with that on their own subrogation claim, which means basically a side lawsuit determining who pays for it. So in terms of the personal injury side of this, how long does it take? Now, this is a really different take than how long do car accident crashes take, my last video, because it can take immediately. You might get a call the day after you get in a car accident. And an insurance company might say, hey, here's a check for $3,000 for both your property damage and your personal injury. Take it or leave it today or you're done. And guess what? You can take it. And you know what? Your case would be over. Your personal injury case would be settled 2 days after you got hurt because you accepted a $3,000 check. But let's say that, 3 weeks later, you start having nagging, shooting pains down your arm and shooting pains down your leg. Guess what? You're shit out of luck because you already signed something called a release to get that $3,000 check. And when you sign that document, you get one shot at it. One shot at it. And if you blew your shot and you accepted that check the day after, you're in trouble. You're going to have to pay for these medical bills yourself. You're going to have to deal with this whole situation without the support of insurance benefits because you were too eager to wait. So how long do insurance companies take to settle your case? It's a totally misleading question. It really should be, how long does it take for my car accident case to settle? The reason why, you need to take control of your personal injury case. If you let the insurance companies take control, you're going to leave with way less money and you're going to be stuck with bills that you're not happy about. So how long does it take for an insurance company to settle your claim? They want you to settle immediately. They want to get you cash as fast as you can before you call a lawyer like me. But what I'm telling you right now is if you call a lawyer like my firm, we will make sure that you do not get bullied by these insurance companies into accepting a quick settlement, because guess what? We never, ever, ever accept the first offer. Never, ever, ever accept the first offer. There's always another offer. Even if they say there isn't, they're not being truthful with you. There's always another offer. The first offer they give you is sort of just to see if you will bite, see if you're a sucker. If you're a sucker and you take that $3,000 check, you're letting them off at an extreme discount. They're probably getting high fives and a bonus because you let them off at a discount. So you really should be talking to a personal injury lawyer about this personal injury part. How long does it take for an insurance company to settle your claim? As fast as they possibly can settle it. But when you get an attorney involved and you take control of your case and you let your injuries develop and you make sure that you don't need a surgery in the future. You make sure you don't need more physical therapy. You make sure that you are claiming all the things that came from this incident, whether you fell at a store, whether you got bit by a dog, whether you got in a car accident. You need to wait until your case has reached either maximum medical improvement, which means you're not getting better than how you currently feel, or you're discharged from all health-related things, which means you're better. Until you are there, you shouldn't even think about settling your case. If you think about settling your case before you reach that point, the insurance company gets off at a discount. It's that simple. So it's not how long it takes insurance companies to settle your claim. It's how long you're willing to wait to let your case develop into what it should be. And that requires delayed gratification. It requires patience. It requires being frustrated that you're not getting paid when you know you should be, because you're going through something that's not your fault. But if you have the patience to wait for your case to develop the right way with the right law firm, it will be worth it. It will be worth it. So, how long does it take for insurance companies to settle your claim? Don't let them have the power to tell you how long it takes. You have the power with your lawyer in the future. But make sure you click that subscribe button below, where I will make sure your personal injury cases are protected. And if you ever have any questions, I hope you never need me. My information's below. Thanks so much and have a great day.